In this video, we'll show you a proof of concept about how to use natural language to manage your fleet devices. We will be using agentic AI for this demonstration. We'll be using specifically RuCode, but other agentic AIs apps will also work. Let's go ahead and jump in. So first, what I want to do is find a device in my fleet for a certain user in my organization. Is there a Windows host for user Roadrunner at acme.com? So we are running an MCP server, which is a technology here. That MCP server has a certain number of tools. So in this case, it is using the list host tool. It finds that tool on our MCP server, and then it completes a task and returns some information about that host. As you can see, the agent returns some additional information that we didn't ask for, which is oftentimes it's a good thing. So now what I want to know is, does this host have a certain software installed? Does this host have TeamViewer installed? So as you notice, I'm just using natural language. I'm not using any specific syntax, and the AI is able to translate that natural language into specific calls, and not only specific calls, but it's able to extract some information. So it says TeamViewer is not installed on this Windows host. So let's go ahead and install it. Install TeamViewer on this host. Let's go ahead. So it found that there is an installed software tool. I do have the tools available. In this case here, some tools are always allowed to run. This one is not. So in this case, the agent is asking me to approve this action. It is possible to always approve it without this additional prompt if you know what you're doing. So I will go ahead and approve. Also notice that it extracted the host ID and the software ID that it needed to install based on previous results, previous queries. So let's go ahead. That's what it's doing. So it started the install, and what it's trying to do now is it's trying to check the list of software to see if the software has been installed. So as you can see, it's seeing that the install is pending. Sometimes the install takes several minutes. Of course, if the host is offline, it can take quite a while. So it tried a couple times and it saw that the install was still pending. So it stopped trying and printed out the results. Let's go to our host. So we see our host in Fleet. We go to software, we say available for install. So it looks like TeamViewer is installed. Let's go back to our agent and ask it, is the install complete? And it knows that context, it knows what I'm talking about. So it's going to go ahead and check for that TeamViewer. And it does say, yes, TeamViewer installation is now complete. So this is a simple demo of how we can use agentic AI. As you can see, we've been using text chat, but it's also possible to use voice. For example, if you're in a situation where you don't have access to the keyboard, like you're in a car, or you just don't want to access the keyboard, you can use voice, right? You can tell it what to do and it'll tell you back what it did. As far as going forward, some options for productizing this functionality is it could be built into fleetctl, Fleet CLI tool. So fleetctl could have an option to start up this mode. Since this is an MCP server, it could also be a standalone executable that someone, Fleet, or even someone else could build an MCP server just for this functionality. It's also possible for us to create our own AI agent tailored for interacting with Fleet. For example, there's ChatGPT on your phone, right? Possibly we can also have a Fleet AI app. So hope you enjoyed this demo, and feel free to leave feedback regarding where do you think we should take this. Thanks.